They have literally been through the mud for it. She's ruined their lives.
Consistency had never been a feature of the complainant's evidence.
That is what the campaign is trying to aim for. It is a pressing matter.
Men don't speak about it because we want to keep a strong face and not come off as weak.
What's your opinion on sexual consent and rape culture in today's society?
I find the rape culture disgusting. People that are involved in it or think it seems to be okay or just they need psycho-evaluate it.
What would you define sexual assault as?
Sexual assault is anything that happens which is not wanted by that person. So if anybody comes near you and you say no, you step back, you take time and you realise that that's not what they want.
Do you think sexual consent is as big of an issue with men as it is women?
I think it's not as publicised as it is towards women, but it's still a serious problem. It's an ongoing problem, but men don't speak about it because we want to keep a strong face and not come off as weak and say that this happened to me. And because a lot of people obviously say because we're men it doesn't happen to us, it's the other way around. But obviously for both parties it is a serious problem, but I just think because men aren't, it's not brought up as much, that it's as if it doesn't actually happen.
What's your opinion on the Paddy Jackson case?
I think it was publicised very wrong, that the way it went through, just because these men were famous, their names were published and hers wasn't, even though she says that she didn't want to do it for fame or anything. I think that it shouldn't have been publicised until the court case went through because they have literally been through the mud for it. She's ruined their lives, even though they say that they haven't done anything, they were said that they didn't do anything. She still made a claim that has potentially ruined the rest of their career.
Are you aware of the no grey zone?
I'm not aware of it, but I'm sure with appropriate and continuous campaigns it will make people such as myself more aware of it, so that way whatever the problem is, it can be tackled appropriately.
I've seen the advertisements around uni and the posters and stuff, and I think it should be publicised more to make students more aware because some people have no idea what it is.
The No Grey Zone came about last year. It was a campaign brought about through the PSNI, who worked in collaboration with ourselves and the Students' Union as well as other organisations. And through that we've worked together to do infographics and to provide information to students on what sexual consent is. Since its creation, it has made it more of a talking point within the Students' Union, within the university, through the graphics, through the website that No Grey Zone have, and then through our own work. We've been able to get out there, the messages for students to know about sexual consent and what to do if they have been assaulted. What to do, what to look out for. And who to contact. So it definitely you have seen more of an increase in knowledge within students. But again, there's still more work to be done, it never stops.
Ever since the Paddy Jackson case, do you think the no grey zone is a more pressing matter?
Yeah, well, overall it is a pressing matter, but particularly during that trial, it did become more of a talking point. And from then, it has become more of a thing that us as Students' Union need to focus more on, and to be able to provide students, the facts and what positive sexual consent is. But the trial did definitely make it more of a talking point.
Do you think students shy away from the topic on sexual consent?
Yeah, I do think there is a bit of a stigma, out there with, I suppose it's all about, what does consent look like? What exactly is sexual consent? And I suppose another thing is who to go to, who to talk to. So that is what the campaign is trying to aim for, to make sure that, students are aware of and know the signs and who to contact, and hopefully will make the subject a wee bit more normal than what it is now.
Could you discuss the myths around sexual assault and what would be the most common ones?
I suppose with the myths, they are a wee bit sensitive, but on the No Grey Zone website, they can all be saying what the common myths are. I suppose just overall, it's important to remember that sexual consent is freely given, it's retractable, it's informed, it's enthusiastic, and it's specific.